have prevailed.
If we're taking the exam here, maybe it's about plants. That would be great. I'm good with plants. I just love magical plants. They remind me of the forests where animals and nature live in harmony. Plus, nobody bothers me there. Anyway, I just hope I'm lucky enough to pass today's exam without anything weird happening. Thank you for cheering me up. I already feel way more confident than a moment ago. Take a look at this one. That's a piece Master Imanti did while he was at the Serene Lyceum. It said his artistic journey began right here, and he would later become the Grandmaster of Landscape Painting. And over there, that piece is by Lady Heidi. You've heard of her, right? She's the most talked about impressionist to emerge lately. Oh no, she never studied here. And she isn't a mage either. She donated it as a gift of gratitude. A mage from our school once helped a distant relative of hers deal with a spirit haunting their family mansion. After that relative passed away, she inherited the mansion. That inheritance granted her the leisure to focus entirely on her art, and from there, her fame grew rapidly. It really is. Every piece in this gallery has its own story tied to the Serene Lyceum. Some of them are truly legendary. I love it here. I come by almost every day, and I have studied every single piece here. So, if today's test is about the paintings, I'm confident that I'll pass. But my favorite has to be that portrait of Magister Merlin up there in the center. It's the only portrait of him ever painted, and it's by none other than the late master portraitist, Alberon von Necklace. I've seen many replicas over the years, have a few myself, but the original never fails to captivate me. The details, the eyes, it's absolutely mesmerizing. Sorry, I got carried away again. No portrait could ever truly capture Magister Merlin's grace in person.
I've never had much interest in painting or art. Unless you count antique swords and armor as art, then maybe. Growing up in a family of knights, I inherited their temperament. Unfortunately, I also inherited their taste in art, which the records show was essentially non-existent.
That's surprising. I thought you prided yourself on your family's honor, Sylvan.
I do, but I won't defend a talent we never had. The Grenvaldens always saw art as nothing but shiny trinkets. They'd spend fortunes on the best horses, custom armor, and weapons, but wouldn't pay a coin for the finest painting in the world.
I've heard as much. Your family's tastes are distinctive.
Anyway, back to the exam. Any clue what it's about? And why here, of all places? Maybe it's about the mages in these portraits? Or a test on the history of magic?
No need. The royal clerks handle that. Court mages usually deal with more practical matters. Neither painting nor history is expected of a court mage. A court mage is evaluated on two traits above all else: their family and their fealty to the royal family. Right. It's an unspoken rule. Candidates from noble families simply earn more trust at court. A true shame, I'll admit.
It's not just tough for commoners. Even a noble who's fallen on hard times needs a major achievement to earn the court's favor.
Exactly. It's about absolute fealty to the Lightbearer Empire and to the throne. That's the bottom line. Beyond that, you're expected to always obey the royal family's wishes. That could mean taking the blame, covering things up, cleaning up someone else's mess, or even sacrificing your coin, your life, or your honor. Yes, many have tried, but most just ended up broken. My father's told me far too many stories about that. The court is no place for idealists.
The composition and brushwork suggest Lady Sharon's style, the famous pastoral painter.
You have a sharp eye, Your Highness. It is Lady Sharon's work. It was never exhibited in public. Her son donated it to the Serene Lyceum after her passing.
Jervin, you really live up to your family name. You're refined, humble, and clearly well-read.
Thank you, Your Highness. But everyone here is just as knowledgeable.
Now I see why the Serene Lyceum is Asperia's most prestigious magic academy. You are precisely the talents the royal court needs. Of course, that's all up to Siren. As for me, I'm here to enjoy the Lyceum's art collection. I'm truly eager to see the finest of the fine. I rarely travel outside of Savannah. I intend to savor every moment I spend here. It won't be any fun touring this place by myself. Come with me. Perhaps one of you can describe the paintings as we walk.
This piece is 4 centuries old. Artist unknown. Professors found it when clearing out the Lyceum's old storage room. It's been magically preserved.
The technique is a bit crude, but you can certainly feel the artist's emotion. This might be the work of a student.
Impressive insight, Your Highness. Your interpretation is truly enlightening.
Self-portrait of Pelin? Anyone know who Pelin is?
Pelin was a renowned mage and guest professor here at the Lyceum about 2 centuries ago. Painting was just one of his hobbies. He also enjoyed sculpture and the art of jewelry crafting.
Oh, my mother owns a necklace signed Pelin. She loves it, and it has 120 amethysts. So luxurious and elegant. This one's quite simple. Plain technique, just a small cottage. The title is The Beginning, is that right?
Yes, Your Highness. This is an original by Kronos von Lyceum himself, the very first headmaster who founded this academy. Legend says that very cottage is where he conceived the idea for the school.
That explains the title. I see why it's precious to the Lyceum. Wow! This must be the largest portrait in the gallery. Is that Magister Merlin?
Yes, Your Highness. This is said to be the only portrait that shows Magister Merlin's true face, painted by the famed Alberon von Knackless. Its value is beyond measure, both historically and artistically.
Incredible! So this is what Magister Merlin really looked like. I need to take a closer look. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It can be fixed, right?
Jura above! That's Magister Merlin's portrait! Your Highness, how could you be so clumsy?
Cassidy, calm down. I'm sure Her Highness didn't mean to. And look, we can always repair it.
We can't change what happened. We need to focus on how we can fix this.
Sylvan's right. Getting angry or pointing fingers won't help. Our priority is figuring out what we can do now.
But... I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. Please, don't be angry. I'll report this to the headmaster myself, and to my mother. Can someone start examining the painting? The royal family will cover any repair and restoration costs.
The pigments are unusual. Made from mana-infused minerals and rare plants, the canvas was treated to withstand magical energy. Even the frame and carvings are top-grade craftsmanship. No ordinary noble could afford something like this.
I'm no art expert, but there's definitely magic bound to that painting. Beyond preservation spells, someone sealed a large amount of mana into it, giving the image those special features.
So the impact caused the mana to leak, and that's why the image vanished?
That seems to be the case.
To repair it, we'll need the right materials to mend the tear, and we'll have to decipher the spell used to seal the mana. Then, we can redraw the magic circle and reinfuse mana into the painting.
The more I think about this painting...
It was totally my mistake. It looks like the damage is worse than I thought. Have you found a way to fix it yet?
Your Highness, I think there's been a misunderstanding. What I mean is, this painting itself is a forgery.
What? Cassidy, are you sure about that?
I'm certain. I've spent countless hours studying Magister Merlin's portrait. I come to the gallery every single day to admire it. I know every detail by heart, better than I know my own name. In the real one, the shadows along Magister Merlin's nose, jawline, and cheeks are softer, and the background uses thicker layers of pigment. Of course, it's our revered Magister Merlin, after all, the one we all look up to. And every portrait in this gallery is protected by powerful enchantments. A fall like that shouldn't have caused any damage at all. Someone must have swapped the original for a forgery before Her Highness ruined it.
Huh? What makes you think that?
Cassidy, mind your tone. You're speaking to Her Highness.
Cassidy, we are still in the middle of the selection. We shouldn't get involved in other matters.
Why is everyone acting so strange? This is a portrait of the great Magister Merlin, the most famous mage in the entire Empire. Its value should be obvious. If the Serene Lyceum's prized collection has been replaced with a forgery, that's a serious breach of security. We have to report it to the school faculty immediately. Your Highness, whatever the reason, I hope you will explain the situation to the school faculty with us.
Cassidy? That's enough.
Why are you giving me that look too?
Well, Cassidy, as a princess, everything I do has its reasons. Why don't you, take a break and think it over?
Reasons? But this isn't complicated at all. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. All right, I will find somewhere quiet to think this through. Thank you for the suggestion, Your Highness.
She actually left? Oh, after all that, she still didn't get it. Never mind. Anyway, back to our earlier topic. Has anyone figured out how to restore the painting?
Please don't worry, Your Highness. If you allow it, leave this to us. We will make sure the painting is fully restored. If I'm right, what Her Highness just did was actually part of the second test.
Huh? But why go about it that way?
To become a court mage, magical talent isn't the only thing that matters. You know what I mean, Sylvan.
Exactly. Her Highness clearly did it on purpose. Her tone, gestures, and expression were all too deliberate. Like she was performing a scripted play.
It's hard to admit, but reading the room, acting with care, and maintaining royal decorum, those are vital skills for anyone serving at the royal court.
Yes, I think so too. Otherwise, how could she damage an important painting so easily? Like Cassidy said, the protection enchantment shouldn't fail over a simple accident.
Restoring this painting while upholding royal dignity. That's the goal of today's exam. It's a test of our judgment and our ability to handle crises on behalf of the royal court. Even though it's a replica, the craftsmanship is nearly identical to the original. It's not something one can restore alone. We'll need to work together. Could you gather everyone here? I have a few ideas that might work. Everyone, I have some modest experience in art collecting and appraisal. If you don't mind, please hear me out. Anita, Maria, you both have painting experience. We'll need your help finding some high-quality canvas that can withstand magical energy.
That kind of canvas is rare. Maybe I can ask my family to find some through their contacts in the Mithril Consortium. Oh, I'll ask my parents to reach out to their artist friends too. Anita, let's go.
Rothro, Ravendi, could you two handle the damaged frame? Make sure to restore the carvings, gold leaves, and enamel work.
We'll see what we can do.
Sylvan and I will gather the pigments needed to repair the portrait. Meanwhile, I'll ask my father to contact one of the court's expert portraitists to oversee the restoration. We'll also need someone to analyze the spell formula on the portrait. That will take serious theoretical knowledge and a lot of hands-on experience. I was planning to have you and Cassidy handle this together, but after what just happened... Then I'll leave that to you.
What about me?
You have tremendous magical power. It's just a matter of control. Niall, on the other hand, is skilled at channeling magical energy. Once everything's ready, you two will be responsible for reinfusing the portrait with magic.
Reinfusing it with magic? No problem. I will not fail this test.
Then let's get started. We shouldn't keep Her Highness waiting.
You're here! I knew you'd catch my signal. Rowan told me to act like I didn't know you. Don't worry, I will not blow your cover. Well, how was my acting? Pretty convincing, wasn't it? I even asked a theater actor from Savannah for tips, and spent half the night practicing in front of a mirror. I knew it. Maybe I really do have a future on stage. Anyway, Cassidy's still the same as ever. Honestly, she hasn't changed one bit since we met back in Ryham. She didn't actually go home, did she? Oh no! You and Cassidy get along pretty well, don't you? How about you be an understanding friend? I said no such thing. Those are your words, not mine. You're just making assumptions. But honestly, it wouldn't be nearly as fun without Cassidy in the selection exam. Anyway, you'd better get back on the exam. Looks like someone's coming this way. See you later. Bye.
Hey, aren't you? Sorry, I can't recall your name. But I saw you in the selection exam, right? Why are you out here? Don't tell me you got eliminated too. Cassidy, I saw her leave just now. She looked upset, like something really bad happened. Looking for her. Oh, I know. You two must be meeting up to share the sorrow of defeat, huh? Nice try, but you're not fooling anyone by changing the subject like that. Don't be down. I get how you feel. She went that way, toward the docks. She's probably taking a boat home. Her family lives in a village across the lake. Hey, don't lose heart. Failing once isn't the end of the world. There's always next time.
Did you come to tell me the truth? Her Highness admitted it, didn't she? You mean everything that happened was staged just to see who's most fit for court service? I completely misunderstood Her Highness. I thought she really wanted me to go home and reflect. Oh, so that's why you, Sylvan, and Jervin told me to let go of the forgery claim? I'm so sorry. I just can't process that kind of talk. Why can't people just say what they mean? Do I still have a chance to stay in the selection exam? I have already done some research on it. Well, it's the portrait of Magister Merlin. I had to give it my full focus, whether I was admiring it or analyzing it. I wasn't going to overlook a single detail. I wrote tons of papers and notes about it, but I left them at home. Come to my house. I'll go over them with you, and maybe you could sign something for me? A short dedication would be lovely, too. So that's a yes! Wonderful! I have so many books about you! It would be amazing if you could sign them all. And with a few kind words, maybe? I can't believe this! Please, come with me. are! This is my home! Welcome to Cassidy's research base! Right? I love it very much! I used a few stabilization spells to keep it standing like this. It might look tilted, but it's perfectly safe. The builders were terrified at first. They thought it would collapse any second. My parents love this house. They don't know much about magic, but they find it fascinating. Oh, sorry. I've been talking your ear off at the door. Come on in.
Cassidy, shouldn't you be in class right now? What brings you home?
Oh, and this is?
Father, Mother, this is my classmate. This is my father, Riels, and my mother, Sophia. We came to pick up some research notes. There's a spell formula we need to analyze quickly.
Likewise. Cassidy rarely brings friends home.
Let me fix you two some tea and homemade snacks.
Mother, we have a lot of notes to go through.
They can wait. Even the best mages need to rest. It's just a cup of tea. You won't lose much time.
She's right. We'll have everything ready in a moment.
My parents are always like this. I rarely bring classmates home, so when someone visits, they go all out. Come on, I'll show you around. What's got your attention? Yes, it's a little short for me now, but that was my very first wand. I was barely 6 when I discovered my magic talent. My parents were thrilled and had it custom made just for me. Back then, I didn't know how to use it right. I just waved it around, and we ended up having to replace half the house. Once I started proper training, it finally became useful. I used it for years until I got into the Serene Lyceum and switched to my current one. They have. I'm really grateful for that. When I got accepted into the Serene Lyceum, they sold our old house in Savannah and bought this land here. Father said it'd be closer to the Lyceum, and it's big enough to hold all my books, notes, and collections. You think so too? Great! I love it here. It's quiet and peaceful here, perfect for reading and research. Plus, if I need herbs or a place to practice spells, the woods out back are ideal. Some might call it remote or plain, but to me, it's the best home I could ever ask for.
Oh, you have to try my sweet ginger tea. I'm glad you like it. Back in Savannah, we always kept fancy treats for guests, but here, we only have what we make ourselves.
It took some time to get used to the silence. It's a peaceful place. Sometimes a little too peaceful. Back in Savannah, I worked as a scribe for a city official, and Sophia was a doctor. We lived on a street buzzing with noise from dawn to dusk. When Cassidy showed her magic talent, we were stunned. No one in our family ever had such a gift.
Jura above, she was barely 6 when she could mold water like clay. We were so impressed by her talent, we decided to leave no stone unturned to help her realize her full potential. That meant money, our time, and even moving to a new place.
Cassidy is pure-hearted, maybe too much so. I think we sheltered her so much that she never learned to read people's intentions. But maybe that's what lets her focus completely on her studies, free from all that nonsense. That's our Cassidy. Give her a pile of ancient books and dusty scrolls and she's happy for life.
It does. That's always been her dream. The important thing is, whatever she chooses, she'll always have our support. That's what family's for, isn't it?
Thank you. You flatter us.
All my notes and materials are there. Don't worry, I know exactly where I last left them.
Cassidy?
Yes, Mother?
Today's cleaning day. Your father and I tidied the whole house this morning, including your study.
Oh, that's not great. My books and papers are all over the place. It makes a huge mess and really gets in the way of my parents' routine. It has already led to a few accidents. Once, a crow snatched an experimental spinel right off my desk, along with 2 essays I had spent 3 whole months on. So we agreed that once a month, I'd gather and organize all my books and papers in my study. If I'm not home, my parents do it for me. The problem is, I have too many of them. Just the books alone could be 1,000, maybe 2,000. I lost count. Since my parents organized them, we might need some time to dig out the ones we need. Just to pass time. I didn't cover all angles, so the results aren't conclusive. What do you think, Magister Merlin? Right, sorry, I got careless at home. So, what do you think? Should we just go with this method first? Ah, that's right! The excess toxins in the mutated gland can be used as a neutralizing agent to counter the magical imbalances caused by the concentrated lemongrass solution. Brilliant idea, my fellow classmate. I don't have these materials at home. Lemongrass and red chestnut pollen are rare, but we should be able to find them in Silentwood. The mutated venom gland can only be found in a few magical creatures. We can try our luck in the forest too. Right? This place is perfect for alchemy research. Let's head north to Silentwood and see what we can find.
I have prevailed. How I wish to freeze this moment forever.
Look! Isn't it beautiful? Those are glimmerflies. I subtly tuned the ecosystem around here, and now the whole place is attracting more creatures. Just this small area. There's no major impact on the forest. Just hold that thought. It's easier if I show you. This way, please. My secret base is just ahead. Yes! At least for me they are. Follow me. It's not far from here.
I have prevailed. Isn't it beautiful? Well, what do you think of my treasure? You spotted it right away. This is an azure river porpoise, an enormous creature from ancient times. In old stories, this creature was revered as the gods' trusted ally and loyal companion. It's incredibly sensitive to magical energy. Sadly, they're nearly extinct now. Because every part of their body makes a perfect magical reagent, they were hunted relentlessly. That's why they're on the brink of extinction. 2 years ago, I found this one and its mother while traveling. The mother was badly wounded, probably from poachers. I did everything I could, but she didn't survive. So I brought it here, just like I did with many other magical creatures. I try to give them a safe home. I also enhance the lakeside areas, made the area richer in magic energy so they could thrive safely. I love coming here. Whenever I hit a wall in my studies, I come to the lake to clear my mind and say hi to little Lulu. Yes, that's what I call it. Cute, right? Would you stay here with me for a bit? It's nice just sitting here quietly, enjoying the view. Magister Merlin? I'm sorry, but let me call you that for a moment. It helps me feel grounded. Have you ever felt lost? Really? Even you? So, how do you get through it? When you feel lost, how do you find your way back? You mean, I need to understand why I feel lost before I can fix it. I haven't sorted my thoughts yet. The court mage selection threw me off more than I expected. I'm good at my studies, but I couldn't see through Princess Peggy's act, nor read everyone's hints. I have no idea how to handle situations like that. I know I'm terrible at social affairs and reading people's emotions. Honestly, socializing feels way more complicated than the mathematical principles of advanced arcane theory. Even you, Magister Merlin? Someone like me, clueless about people, can I really serve as a court mage? Should I even keep competing? I don't have to? Do you mean I should just figure out what I want, no matter what happens with the exam? What do I really want? At first, everything was simple. Magic made me happy, so I wanted to understand it, to master it. Then, I learned about you. Wanting to follow in your footsteps, I never stopped studying or pushing myself forward. Maybe I've just been doing what makes me happy without really thinking too hard about it. What can I really do with magic? Other than research, I have never used it for anything else. I've never used it to help others or to defend the innocent from evil like you have. You mean little Lulu and the others? The magical creatures I saved? You're saying this might be what I truly want? I never really thought about it that way. I just felt that if I could help, I should. Every time I see them safe and happy, I feel at peace. Really? So what I truly want isn't to bury myself in research, but to use magic to help people? Magister Merlin, is that the true meaning of magic? Is that why you're always the one standing at the very front, facing down every evil that comes our way? I think I understand a little more now, though the path ahead still feels hazy. But I'll reflect on what you said. Maybe I can use magic for more than just research. Maybe to help others and find what magic truly means to me.
That's a mimic treant. It's a rare magical creature. Jervin, Sylvan, what in the world were you two doing just now? That's a mimic treant, one of the rarest magical species in this forest. I know you both are capable mages, especially you, Jervin. I've always had high hopes for you. You should know how dangerous that spell is. If anything went wrong, it could have wiped out this entire grove. Every plant and every creature with it. If you had even a shred of responsibility toward these creatures, you wouldn't have cast it so recklessly.
Professor Hepler, please calm down. The Lunar Shard spell is only dangerous if the caster loses control, and that won't happen to me.
Pride blinds even the finest mages, Jervin. Remember, nothing in magic is ever absolute.
We remember your lessons, Professor. That's why we restrained our power and kept the spell's impact minimal. See? The treant isn't dead, just weakened. It will recover in a few days. Our control was precise.
Yes, Professor. We have practiced together many times. We know exactly what we're doing.
Then tell me, why were you hunting it in the first place?
It's for the court mage selection exam. We need a piece of ancient root to restore Merlin's portrait in the gallery.
Typical. Court mages and their insufferable little tests. Always dressing vanity up as virtue. Well, you have what you came for. Now go. This so-called exam isn't about magic. It's a test of obedience, and meant to find those most eager to please the crown. Let's just say this. If a test has nothing to do with magical skill, it shouldn't be called a test for mages. Court mages value service to royalty more than devotion to the arcane. Many have forgotten what it means to respect magic. Still, their place in the royal court remains secure. As your teacher, I hope you all remember this. Whether you become a court mage or not, always respect the magic you wield. Jervin, Sylvan, Cassidy, and you. Who are you, by the way?
This is my friend, a new transfer student, special admission. This is Professor Hepler. He teaches transfiguration and magical zoology.
A promising new student, I see. Good. I hope you heard what I said. Embrace magic, but respect it as well. Jervin, Sylvan, take what you need and go. It's getting late. You shouldn't stay here for long.
Understood, Professor. We'll head back.
Oh, how's your progress with the spell formula?
We're still working on the revealing reagent. We came here to gather the last of the ingredients.
Then Sylvan and I will start the restoration right away. Join us as soon as you're ready.
I take it you finally understand what today's exam is really about, Cassidy? I tried to warn you when you questioned the princess, but you wouldn't listen.
I wasn't thinking clearly then. But thank you for trying, Sylvan.
It's fine. See you soon.
Cassidy, you two should return as well.
Professor Hepler is a lizard folk. He prefers warmth. Once night falls, the cold and damp air here makes him uncomfortable.
It's not that cold. I'm fine. I have my own way to stay warm. Ah, much better. Like sipping hot tea under the sunlight. It warms me right to the scales. If you do, let me know how it feels. It will help me refine the transfiguration spells for warm-blooded species. It's late. You should head back.
Understood. Thank you, Professor. We'll be going now. a replica similar to the damaged portrait. That will help us confirm if the reagent really works. Wait here for a moment. Once I find the right one, we'll go to my study to test it. If you get bored, feel free to browse my collection. Some of these pieces are impossible to find nowadays. I never thought I'd get a chance to show you my collection. Dear above, this feels like a dream come true. And this is only a fraction of what's out there. I still have so many more to get, but I just can't afford them yet. The Mithril Consortium once released a life-sized bust of Merlin carved entirely from obsidian. Only 100 were made in all of Asperia. They sold out in less than a day. Not that I could have afforded one anyway. These are all precious to me. Some are one of a kind. I never let anyone touch them, not even myself if I'm feeling clumsy that day. But you can look at anything you like. This one's actually a replica of the portrait in the Serene Lyceum. It lacks presence, the true soul of the original, but rumor has it, it's one of the best-selling pieces. Oh, this plush doll? It was made 10 years ago by Savannah's most famous toy maker. It sold out right away and was never made again. I bought one the day it hit the shelves, and then my father surprised me with another. The likeness isn't perfect, but I didn't have the heart to throw it away. Look! The magic circle! My theory was right! Thanks to you, it worked on the very first try. It's getting late. We should head back to the Lyceum to restore the portrait. Wait, autograph! You promised! Thank you so much! I'll treasure these forever!
Cassidy, you're finally back.
The damage is repaired and the frame is fixed. It was a truly remarkable team effort. Now we need you two to reveal the spell, so Niall and Pippa can channel the painting's magic back.
Excellent. I can't wait to see the result.
Whoa! Is this it? The magic circle from the spell formula! That's amazing!
Simply put, it's an alchemy solution that reveals a spell formula in the form of a magic circle.
Incredible! It looks so complex. I'm getting dizzy just looking at it.
Since the damaged part is repaired and the magic circle is ready, should Pippa and I get prepared?
Yes, it's your turn.
Finally, time to show off some real spellcraft. Princess, we should invite Princess Peggy to see this.
Amazing! The damaged part is repaired. And this circle, is it for enchanting the portrait?
Yes, Your Highness. Pippa and I will now enchant the portrait.
A painting enchantment? How fascinating!
Let's savor this as though it's real.
He was performing well a moment ago. Why would he suddenly collapse? And the guards, what are they doing here?
What? Was it because... No, the enchantment spell would never cause a mage to lose all their magic. What is going on here?
Oh no! Is this the illness that's been spreading among the students?
You mean the one that makes people lose their magic power completely? So that's what Niall has?
I see now. Niall lost his magic, but still carries a student badge. So the guards mistook him for an intruder. It all happened so fast, though. What kind of illness can wipe out someone's magic affinity this quickly? And he showed no symptoms at all. What happened here?
We can think about that later. For now, we need to find the headmaster and send Niall to the healer.
No, look! More guards are coming! Wait, Headmaster Lema is here! The guards! They aren't responding to the headmaster's orders! Oh, what do we do now? We can't keep fighting the guards. That's against the school regulations!
Listen, these guards are powered by spell matrices. As long as those remain intact, they will not stop. We must find a way to destroy them.
Destroy them? Or get a small arcane disruptor! Don't worry! There's an older model in the school museum. It won't be as strong, but it should still be enough for our needs. No time to lose! The guards won't back off, and Niall is in serious trouble. Hold them off until I get back.
I have prevailed.
Be careful!
Everyone be careful! Hey! I think it's over. The headmaster!
Everyone, as you can see, we have had a serious incident here. Given the severity of this matter, I'm reporting it to the royal court immediately. As for the Lyceum's internal affairs...
I am ordering an immediate lockdown. No one is authorized to leave the premises until we determine the cause of this incident.
Dorella, please reconsider. The headmaster's condition should not go public. Keeping everyone here will only cause panic and hinder the investigation. We should let the students return to their dorms and question them later, one by one.
No way. This concerns the headmaster himself. We will not let anyone escape until they have been cleared.
They are all students of the Serene Lyceum. Our students. If they are to be considered suspects, you should first put all faculty members on your suspect list.
You make a good point. Now, do as the deputy headmistress requests. Guards, check every student present, add them to a list for further investigation, and revoke their exit permissions. No one leaves the Lyceum.
Yes, Deputy Headmistress.
Is this my fault? The arcane disruptor. I activated it, and then the headmaster... But why? How could that device cause the headmaster to collapse?
Oh no! First Niall, then the headmaster! Let me go! I didn't do anything!
Stop resisting. You are not allowed to leave until we finish logging your information.
Don't worry, Pippa. Just go get your information logged first. We were right here, and we'll testify you didn't do a thing. You'll be fine. Trust me.
Okay.
Everyone, please stay calm. No one saw this coming, but we need to follow Headmistress Dorella's instructions. Line up and get your information logged in. Once that's done, we will get clearance from Magister Siren and Headmistress Dorella. And then we should be able to leave. Sylvan, take a deep breath. Look, the arcane disruptor can only temporarily suppress nearby magic. There's no way it could take down a mage as powerful as the headmaster. This isn't your fault. You know that. There must be another cause we haven't found yet. Maybe the headmaster was just exhausted from the selection exam preparations and simply fainted. Stay calm. Let's wait for Professor Solis's report.
But... it was still me who suggested using the device.
Don't blame yourself. If it wasn't for you, the guards might have caused more harm.
Jervin's right. This isn't on you, Sylvan.
I know. I just need a moment. Thank you. Both of you.
Attention, everyone. There has been an incident, but there is no cause for panic. If you haven't logged your information yet, find the nearest Lyceum guard now. Once you've given your information, please remain in place until you receive further instructions.
Professor Zoria, my old mentor. Perfect timing. I have many questions about what just happened. But above all, why has Headmaster Laymar ended up like this? And perhaps you can enlighten me.
An investigation is already underway to determine exactly that. I have no answers yet.
Excellent. Then let's see where this investigation takes us. Magic is a profound and mysterious thing. It can achieve wonders that ordinary people call impossible. It can turn falsehood into truth, or even bring the dead back to life. But a disguise is still a disguise. It cracks eventually. Don't you agree, Professor Zoria?
If you're talking about those who disguise their crimes or villains posing as heroes, then yes. Their deceit always comes to light. But I remember teaching you this. Not all disguises are born of malice. Motives and actions are two very different things.
Of course, Professor. I remember your teachings well. Perhaps that lesson could use a refresher, though. Surely, over the years, you've seen disguises that weren't evil. Care to share a few examples with your old student?
I think it's better that you discover those on your own. That's the best way to learn a lesson. For now, I think we have more pressing matters to attend to.
Sorry to interrupt, Magister Siren. We need your advice on the selection exam.
With such an incident, I suggest that the exam be suspended until the investigation is concluded.
Of course, Magister Siren. I will inform the students. That's an important piece of evidence. You are not allowed to touch that. Hand it to me. I will pass it to the investigation team for further examination. What are you waiting for? Good. Now, everyone, listen up. I have an announcement to make. Listen carefully. Due to the severity of this incident, the court mage selection exam is immediately suspended. All candidates here must log their information with the guards and assemble at Verity Plaza tomorrow morning. No candidates are allowed to leave the Lyceum without permission.
Madame Durella, what about Headmaster Lamar and Niall? Are they all right?
That is not your concern. Focus on doing exactly as you are told. Guards, bring Niall to the infirmary for treatment. All staff and faculty return to your offices. We're holding an urgent meeting to discuss follow-up actions.
Wait, what about the headmaster? Is he being treated? You don't mean...
Students, the headmaster holds a special status. Royal healers from the royal capital are already on their way. Please understand that we're only following the standard procedure.
Zoria, I have arranged for staff to take care of the students here. As a senior professor, you are needed at the faculty meeting. Come with me at once.
Of course. Students, although the exam is suspended, you should continue your studies. You can always go study in the library and keep practicing your spells. Do not let this incident shake your resolve for studying magic.
That's enough. Let's go. I must inform the Academy Board of this.
Everyone, let's get out of here. Just closing my eyes brings back the scene just now. I'm sure you all feel the same.
Yes! I can't stop thinking about it!
Exactly. We are all scared and shaken right now. Let's take a walk through the blooming atelier. Maybe it will clear our heads a bit.
I don't know, but... Sure. That sounds like a good idea.
Do you want to join us? Look, we didn't cause any of this. Don't be so hard on yourselves. Let's go. Try not to dwell on the incident. I know everyone's tense, and honestly, so am I. I might look calm right now, but that's just me putting on an act. Still, what's done is done. Panic solves nothing. Just remember, we are the Serene Lyceum's very best. So we have to get it together. Even if it means just faking it, we need to keep our composure. We didn't do anything wrong. Sylvan, especially you. Trust me, whatever happened to Headmaster Lamar wasn't your fault.
I still can't process this. Just this morning, we were escorting Princess Peggy around the art gallery. And now we're here.
I know, right? This is way more stressful than any nightmare I've ever had.
That's odd. The arcane disruptor hit everyone here, yet only the headmaster collapsed. Could he be sick in some way?
The headmaster's face went white and rigid, almost like he was a corpse before he even hit the ground. Madame Dorella hasn't said it outright, but I think the headmaster might have
passed away.
Let's not jump to conclusions. Maybe he's just fallen ill. He's a master of the arcane arts. There's no way a single arcane disruptor hit could harm him that badly.
There's something else. When the headmaster collapsed, there was this sudden void of magic right around him, like something just vanished.
Vanished? Can you tell us more?
I can't really describe it, but the magic I sensed was so much colder and creepier than anything normal. It was genuinely unsettling. Today's been too much for me, and I feel so bad for Niall. I really hope Professor Celeste can heal him.
I doubt it. There have been several cases of magic lost lately, 4 that I know of, and none of them have recovered.
Then, if Niall can't recover...
He will be expelled.
Expelled? That's awful! Is that really the only option?
As cruel as it may seem, he will not become a mage without his gift for magic.
Magister, this is why you came to the Serene Lyceum, right? You knew the headmaster wasn't well. Then, the headmaster really is gone? I see. I won't tell the others.
I thought taking a walk might help, but it seems we can't talk about anything else. None of us can really relax like this.
It's been a long day. Everyone should head back to their dorms and rest. I need some time alone. I'm sorry, Jervin.
You have nothing to apologize for. Go ahead. I'll see you at dinner.
Cassidy, could you walk back with me? I'm scared.
Don't worry, I'll come with you. We can't leave the Lyceum anyway. Since I can't go home tonight, if you don't mind, could I stay in your dorm?
Of course. I would feel a lot braver with you there. Maybe I'll even manage to sleep a little.
They took off fast. I might have stood a chance if I were in better shape. Shall we take a walk together? Perfect. Since my injury, I got used to taking things slow. I hope you don't mind keeping pace with me. So, how are you fitting in at the Serene Lyceum? The Lyceum's always been safe. I'm sure this was just an unfortunate event. Actually, I've been meaning to tell you something. Before this selection exam, I thought Cassidy would be my toughest rival. But now, it looks like you've completely outclassed us both. You have been incredible these past few days. Honestly, I would say your magic skills surpass both hers and mine. It's not just the magic either. Your logic, your composure, your instincts. They're all exceptional. You must have had some incredible training from your family. What? I'm so sorry. That was a thoughtless question. May I ask you something? What are your thoughts on the incident today? You're sharp. I feel like you must have some insight the rest of us missed. It's partly because Sylvan is crippling himself with guilt. If you could share your thoughts, it might give me an idea of how to help him move past this. I think there's more to this than it seems. Pippa already suspects Headmaster Laymar didn't make it. I kept quiet in front of everyone because I didn't want to weigh down people who were already so burdened. But she's probably right. You think so too? That's great. I've been trying to talk Sylvan down, but he won't listen to me alone. Maybe if we both talk to him, he'll finally come around. I'll check in on Sylvan later. But if it wasn't the Disruptor, then what do you think killed the Headmaster? But what illness hits that fast? Is that even possible? Either way, the candidates were all terrified. I'm not sure if the exam can even continue after this. My apologies, I was distracted. We shouldn't just stand around. Let's keep moving. This painting's quite something. It's Headmaster Laymar's own work. They say he painted it after losing a bet to Professor Nelson. Aside from magic, the Headmaster has many other talents. Did you ever meet him before coming to the Serene Lyceum? I see. Not surprising. He's famous among mages, but he rarely shows himself in public. He prefers to stay within the Lyceum. He was a good man. So humorous and never harsh with any of the students. He spent more time guiding and encouraging us than he ever did scolding anyone. Only on rare occasions would he grow stern, and only when someone had made a serious mistake. He never favored me for my family's influence, nor pitied me for my condition. Of course, he did accept my parents' donations for the school and made his share of compromises. He wasn't flawless. Still, he was genuinely kind. He looked past appearances and saw people for who they were on the inside. Sometimes, it felt like he was the heart and soul of the Serene Lyceum. I respected him deeply. So it pains me to think of what happened. With all that's happened today, and in front of the princess and the royal court, do you think the selection exam can still go on? I do. More than anything, I want it to go on. Look at Sylvan. He's determined to restore his family's honor. Just making it to the finals might get the royal court's attention. That could be everything for his future. And Pippa. You have surely heard about her expulsion from the Astral Academy, right? If she performs well here, she might finally move past that shame and regain her confidence. As for Anita, perhaps this will help her move on from her sister's death. Then there's Rothro, Ravendi, and Madia. From what I know, their families are commoners. They're hoping to earn enough to live better lives. And there's hardly a better paying post than that of a court mage. This exam carries too many dreams. If it's cancelled, all those dreams will be crushed. And what I hate most is seeing that look on someone's face when their hopes fall apart. Because I have been there. I know what that feels like. It's true. Every exam I hoped to take first place. And every time, I came in second. You know who's always first? Cassidy. I know grades aren't everything, I do. But isn't it strange how people always reach for what they don't have? I may be a noble, with privileges others despise, but at the Lyceum, I'm bound by the same rules as everyone else. So, in a contest that judges beyond grades, do you think I might finally reach that fruit I've been reaching for? Being first in everything is just an illusion. Still. What a cute little thing. Looks like we share that in common. I once had a cat. Playful, curious, always running off instead of staying home. The butler used to complain about it. Said it shattered crystal cups and ruined embroidered curtains. But I could never bring myself to scold it. When it turned 3, I took it riding with me beyond the city. It loved the open fields, chasing birds and squirrels. On that day, I was ambushed by a group of mages. That was the first time I ever saw dark magic up close. I don't remember much. Maybe it's because I don't want to. I just remember waking up in an infirmary bed. The lavender curtains were pulled shut, but the light still burned my eyes. My family told me my guards and butler were gone. I was the only one who survived. The cat didn't make it either. It broke my heart. I never kept another pet after that. It's all right. No need to walk on eggshells. I have long made peace with my condition. It was an assassination attempt targeting the nobles of Savannah. They saw me as the weakest link in my family. As for my legs, my family searched everywhere across the Empire for healers and mages, but they only confirmed one thing. There's no cure for my condition. Sometimes I wonder, if the next Marquis Gervais is destined to be disabled, doesn't that mean the assassins succeeded after all? You asked earlier what I truly hope for. More than anything, I want to prove myself. Yes, I want to prove that even without the family name or the title, I can still earn honor and recognition through my own power. I don't want to be first. I don't need the court mage title for its own sake. They're tools, necessary steps to reach my real goal. What matters most is to finally acknowledge myself. You know, I have always loved this snow painting. It was done by a student of the Serene Lyceum during their trip. Noble families often send their children out into the world to gain experience and meet people. But before I was old enough for these trips, I lost the ability to walk. so I have never seen anything beyond Savannah. Perhaps I was meant to live with this flaw. The way Pippa was born with magic she can't control. And those students who have lost their magic entirely, who can never be mages again. Is that too a kind of fated imperfection? I've never thought it through. Sometimes I feel like fate is playing a cruel joke on me. I could have had a smooth, easy life, but it chose to strike hardest when I was too young to even understand what I was losing. Maybe that's just the way it was meant to be. I never figured it out, and eventually, I stopped trying. Focusing on what's right in front of me feels better than chasing answers that never come. Oh, by the way, have you ever seen real snow? I mean, the one falling from the sky, not the kind conjured by magic. Really? What a pity. I wish I could see it for myself someday. A world of pure white, silent and untainted. Every time I picture it, even just in my mind, it brings me peace. In a world like that, there would be no pain, no ugliness, no sudden deaths like the one we saw today, and no killers driven by greed to take another's life. Yeah, you're right. I know it's just a dream. Forgive my directness, but I have to ask you this. Do you think the one who killed the headmaster is among us? I trust my own judgment. I'm usually good at reading people, and I don't think you're the killer. You're right, forgive me. That was a rude question. Thank you for your time. I have kept you long enough. I should go see Sylvan and tell him what we just talked about. Maybe it will make him feel a little better. Would you like to come along? Then I'll take my leave. See you tomorrow.
I was waiting for you here. I knew you would come to the library. I just wanted to say that no matter why you came to the Lyceum, I stand with you without hesitation. I can tell something big is happening here, something I don't fully grasp yet. And the headmaster's death, the mystery is far from over. But as long as you're here, I truly believe we'll figure it out. I'll do everything I can to support you. Please let me know if there's anything I can help with. As long as I can do something to help, that's all that matters. See you tomorrow.
You're finally back. I was about to fall asleep. From that look on your face, I'm guessing the day didn't go too well, huh? Come on, tell me what happened. You know I love a good story. Sure, but it's always more fun hearing it from the person who lived it. But looking at that gloomy face of yours, let's talk tomorrow.
Little Zoria's students are just like her, all serious and no fun. I did mention this. When little Lamar died, his role in the Lyceum's authority structure was left vacant. Little Zoria's tricks won't fool the guards. Lamar's face alone doesn't grant authority in their system. That means your investigation is about to get a lot trickier. Nope. She came by in a rush and left this letter. She said it's for you. She even added a magic seal. Seriously, does she think I'd actually peek at your letter? What kind of hypogean does she take me for? Nah, take it. She clearly doesn't trust me an inch. I am totally not speaking to her because of this. Little Zoria certainly has a sense of sacrifice. It's not a concept we Hypogeans are familiar with. I might consider talking to her again. Hey, why the I'm a worried face, Merlin? I've known Zoria for ages. She never makes a move without a plan. At worst, she gets questioned and investigated. That won't hurt her. Relax. Little Zoria is far tougher than you think. Honestly, I've never met anyone who can outplan her. Merlin, you're spacing out again? Here's some advice. Get some rest when things are heavy. If you don't sleep, you're going to lose your edge.
Gather round, everyone. The Lyceum has been unsettled lately. By now, you've heard the tragic news of Headmaster Lamar's passing.
Madame Durella, has the investigation concluded? What really happened that day?
Did they catch the killer?
Quiet! This is not the time for questions. The Headmaster's death is still under investigation, but the Lyceum cannot be left without leadership. Someone has to take charge of the daily affairs. After an urgent meeting, the Academy Board has decided. Effective immediately, I will serve as the acting headmistress of the Serene Lyceum until a successor is appointed. That is my first announcement. Any objections? Good. Secondly, an envoy from the capital has requested that all students, except Jervin, report to the Office of Public Order in Holt Street. You are to cooperate with the investigation. Yes, Headmaster Lamar held a vital position. His death has caught the attention of the royal family and several mage factions. Last night, the royal court and the Academy Board formed a joint investigative team. A royal envoy has been dispatched to oversee the investigation personally. Under the special agreement between the royal court and the Serene Lyceum, the interrogations will be held in a secure place under the Empire's jurisdiction. You are permitted to leave the school under my supervision, but you will not act on your own. Outside of this occasion, leaving the Lyceum is still strictly forbidden. Jervin will also be questioned, but not at the same location. Nobles are granted certain privileges befitting their status. Jervin, please remain here. Someone will arrive shortly to escort you.
Understood. But, Madame Durella, If everyone else is being questioned elsewhere, it feels wrong for me to be treated differently.
As a descendant of Marquis Gervais, you are entitled to a different arrangement.
I'm sorry. I had no idea this would happen. We should be facing this together, but my noble status keeps me from going with you all. I'm truly ashamed of that.
There's no need to apologize. It's not your fault.
Don't worry about us. We didn't do anything wrong. As long as we tell the envoy what really happened, everything will be fine.
If anything, maybe we should worry about you. You'll have to do this all on your own.
The rest of you, follow me. We will begin interrogations one by one.
Why are we being interrogated? We didn't do anything. Are they seriously treating us like suspects already?
The headmaster's sudden death has made everyone present at the scene a suspect in the eyes of the envoy. But if you have nothing to hide, there's no need to be afraid.
This is an internal matter for the Serene Lyceum. Why is the Lightbearer envoy involved in this?
That is not for you to concern yourself with. Everything I'm doing as acting headmistress is for the good of the school. That will be all for now. We must not keep the envoy waiting.